In today's video, we have the Galaxy S26 versus the Galaxy S26 Plus. Which one is the better deal? We'll talk about that shortly. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the S26 on the left side and we have the S26 Plus on the right side. In this video, we're going to be talking about the key differences between both these devices and which one is worth your hard-earned money. Now, starting off with the build on both these devices, they are essentially going to have the same build. Of course, for our aluminum chassis, we're going to have a Armor aluminum 2 frame on both these devices. And honestly, they feel very premium. You're going to have a nice feeling device right here. They're going to feel pretty hefty in the hand and feel pretty premium overall. You're going to definitely feel like they're flagship devices. They're not going to feel cheap whatsoever. Now, on the front and back of these devices, we have Gorilla Glass Victus 2. So for the back, of course, glass back, and of course, glass front right here. Going to be made out of the same materials. Now, for the Galaxy S26, we're going to have a 167 gram device, or 5.9 ounces. And on the Galaxy S26 Plus, we're going to have a 190 gram device, or 6.7 ounces right there. So yes, the Galaxy S26 Plus is going to be quite a sizable difference in weight. And of course, the size of these devices as well. The Galaxy S26 is going to be a 6.3 inch device, and the Galaxy S26 Plus is going to be a 6.7 inch device. So you can absolutely tell the difference. There has been a lot of people saying they were hoping for a smaller Galaxy S26. They were hoping for it to be 6.2 or 6.1 inches, but I think 6.3 is fine in my honest opinion. I don't think it's too big at all in general, especially nowadays, especially compared to the Galaxy S26 Plus and the S26 Ultra. Now, getting into the certifications on both these devices, both are actually going to have IP68 certification. Great to see it. So we have dust tight and water resistance on both these devices. They are going to be immersible up to 1.5 meters for about 30 minutes. Also, both have nano SIM compatibility and eSIM compatibility. Getting into the displays, both are going to have a dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2X display, both 120 Hz refresh rate, both HDR10 Plus, and both are going to have a peak nit brightness of 2600 nits. Going over to the Galaxy S26, we're actually going to have a 6.3 inch display compared to a 6.7 inch display, and both are actually going to have essentially the same screen to body ratio at about 90%, the S26 at 90% exactly, and the S26 Plus at actually 90.7%. So a little bit of a bigger screen to body ratio on the S26 Plus because we have that bigger display on there. As far as the resolution, they are actually going to be different resolutions. The Galaxy S26 is going to be 1080 by 2340 with a 411 ppi, and the S26 Plus is actually going to be a 1440 by 3120 resolution with a 516 ppi, over 100 more pixels per inch than the Galaxy S26. Now, as far as our software on both these devices, both are going to have Android 16 out of the box, so using One UI 8.5, and honestly, I am really liking the software experience on both these devices. I think it looks very nice and sleek. It's honestly looking more towards stock Android now, and I'm loving the way Samsung is going with this new One UI 8.5. And we also have 7 years of operating system updates on both these devices, so a very respectable update policy on both devices right here. Of course, the new processor that we get in each of these devices is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. If you're overseas, it is going to be the Exynos 2600, and of course we have that new Adreno 840 GPU in this device as well. Both these devices are not expandable via microSD card, so if you would like to expand the storage, you are going to have to use cloud storage to hold your photos, videos, or files. As far as the storage variants on these devices, we have either 256 with 12 gigabytes of RAM or 512 gigabytes of internal storage and 12 gigabytes of RAM. So you get 256 or 512. Love to see that we now have a base storage of 256 on the S26. Great to see that there. Getting into the cameras on these devices, we are going to essentially have these same cameras on both these devices. So for both devices, as you guys can see, we have a main 50 megapixel wide angle shooter. Our secondary is going to be a 10 megapixel telephoto with 3 times optical zoom. And of course, our last and third camera is going to be a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera on both these devices, well capable of recording at 8K up to 30 frames per second or 4K 4K at 60 frames per second. Both are also going to have that super steady horizontal lock feature on these devices, so great to see that there. And for the front-facing cameras, we are going to have a 12-megapixel wide-angle camera on both devices as well, capable of recording up to 4K at 60 frames per second. Now, as far as the speaker hardware on these devices, I did do a little bit of a test in my unboxing of the S26 Plus, and it did sound like the S26 Plus was a little bit louder, so I guess you can use that for reference. It's going to be a little bit of a bigger speaker, I believe, in general, or something, because it sounds louder in general. You guys can go back to that S26 Plus unboxing. Just sounds like a louder phone. Both devices also have Samsung DeX and Samsung wireless DeX. The Galaxy S26 Plus actually has ultra wideband support, and it looks like the Galaxy S26 does not. Now, getting into the batteries on both these devices is where we get into some bigger differences. The Galaxy S26 right here is going to have a 4300 milliamp battery, and the Galaxy S26 Plus is going to have a 4900 milliamp battery. As far as the wired watt charge on the S26, we're going to have a 25 watt wired charge with power delivery 3.0, and you get about 55% in 30 minutes. Going over to the S26 Plus, we actually have a 45 watt wired charge, so about 20 more watts than the Galaxy S26, which honestly isn't saying too much. There are a lot of budget and mid-range phones that already have 45 watts, so honestly, it's not really too impressive on either of these devices. But of course, the S26 Plus is going to have 20 more watts, and we have power delivery 3.0 as well, getting you to 69% in about 30 minutes. So about 10 or 11 more percent than the Galaxy S26. And of course, we have wireless Qi 2.2 charging on both these devices. We get 15 watt wireless charging on the S26, and of course, we get 20 watt wireless charging on the S26 Plus. Both these devices, and for that matter, all of the devices in the S26 lineup, including the S26 Ultra, have 4.5 reverse wireless charging. So let's run over this again. The first difference, of course, is going to be the display size. We get a 6.3-inch display on the S26, and on the S26 Plus, we get a 6.7-inch display with a 516 ppi compared to a 411 ppi. That's the first difference. Second difference, we get Bluetooth 5.4 on the S26, and we get Bluetooth 6.0 on the S26 Plus. We also get ultra wideband support on the S26 Plus as well. And of course, we get a bigger battery at 4900 milliamps compared to 4300 milliamps. Also, better charging, 45 watt wired instead of 25 watt wired, and we get 20 watt wireless compared to 15 watt wireless charging. Now, if that is worth the extra $200, pick up the Galaxy S26 Plus. But as far as the rest of this device, you're not getting any of the premium features. And honestly, if you're going to go and pick up the S26 Plus, pay the extra $200 and get the S26 Ultra. You get a bigger display, you get much better cameras. Essentially, with the S26 and the S26 Plus, you're getting the same camera setup. You also get the new privacy display, so you get some cutting-edge technology that's going to be a first edition in your hand. You also get stylus support on that device as well. So honestly, if you're going to get an S26 device that's not going to be the Ultra, I feel like the regular S26 is a sweet spot. It has a very solid camera. It has a great display on it. It has some cool new features inside of here. 7 years of operating system updates. We also get the new super steady horizontal lock on this device as well. We get the new chipset inside of here, the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. But if you need a better charging rate, you want a little bit of a bigger phone, it is understandable. The Galaxy S26 Plus is going to be your friend, but I think the better deal out of both of these devices is going to be the $900 Galaxy S26 instead of the $1,100 Galaxy S26 Plus. But that's just my opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comment section down below. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.